Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen me before, my name is Ariane. I am a bodybuilder in my off season and I am a DEFYNE athlete. I have been with them for a whole 3 years now. I am fortunately in the very privileged position of getting the pieces in advance of the drops. So I always try to do a wee YouTube video for you guys, like all of the info before the drops, because I am that type of person. I need to have every single detail about every single item because I want to know what I'm purchasing. So today I'm going to give you all of the tea on the new, you've probably noticed, DEFY long sleeve top. And I have been really having to hold my tongue on this one because I love these tops. They came in maybe like 5 days ago. I have worn them literally every single day. Every single day. Because I'm such a long line top kind of girl. And if you add long sleeves and you make it compression, sign me up. You can see behind me, we have 6 different colours this top is going to be launching in. It's only currently launching in the colours of DEFY that have just launched. So we've got Meadow, Ice, Amethyst, Raspberry, Steel and Midnight Black. I'm not sure if they're planning on expanding the range to the other DEFY colours. I really hope, because this may be my favourite item DEFY have ever done. Really big statement, but I'm going to stand on ground on that one because I really love these tops. So a little quick overview about this top. This is exactly the same material as a DEFY Shrugs. Really lightweight, really silky, really soft. Almost feels like a pair of tights, but in a good way. I'm gonna start by showing you the top that I'm wearing. It comes down to about here, so not quite hip length. I personally wish that it came down like a little centimetre longer because I love hip length tops, like down to here. I'm obsessed with tops that cover the upper glutes. Just like the DEFY Shrugs, these have the thumb holes in the sleeves, which are a lovely addition. They also have like the Shrugs, the DEFYNE branding on the back. And the material is really stretchy and lightweight. In the Ice and the Amethyst, I found them to be a little bit sheer in my true size small. But you'll be able to see, even in a medium, and I do have direct lights pointed on me, so it is going to exaggerate that. You can see that it is a little bit sheer. I'm currently wearing the new Impact Ultraviolet. I do think that this would be not as noticeable if you're wearing, you know, the matching colour bra or like a nude sports bra. But for me and my preferences, I probably am always going to be wearing like a bolder or darker colour underneath these tops. So I personally was a lot more comfortable sizing up in the sheerer colours. I would say the tops in general fit really true to size. Say I'm like a true size small on top. I generally go for like a size small in the Origin top, a size small in Impact Longlines. I will also include my measurements in the description. I didn't want to size up to a medium in all of the tops because I am just coming out of a bulk and I don't want them to be too baggy at the end of my cut. So I got a small in the majority of them, apart from these two. You will see why when I do the try on clips. They are more sheer than the others, so I would suggest sticking true to size for this launch. You could afford to size down if you wanted like a really, really tight compression top. In my true size, it was still pretty compressive to be honest, but I think you could afford to size down just because DEFY is a super stretchy material. However, I would not suggest sizing down in either of these two colours unless you're totally fine with them being sheer. And just so you know, these are an exact match for the DEFY bottoms. Like they are exactly the same colour I'm going to show you now. Here are the Amethyst shorts. You can see legitimately exactly the same colour. And here we have some Meadow leggings. Again, same colour. They really nailed the colour matches between the tops and the bottoms. Here are the Steel shorts with the Steel top. And here are the Raspberry shorts and the Raspberry top. You get the point, guys. They are an exact match. So no need to worry about them being slightly different shades. The same material. They're going to be the same dye, the same wash on top and bottom. So they are a perfect match. So now we're going to do a little try on of all the different colour tops. And then we're going to do a little roundup and review. So let's try them on for you now. This is, of course, the fit of the medium in the Amethyst colour. I'm first of all going to show you the small so you can see what I mean about it being slightly sheer. Here's a size small. You can probably already see the difference. It is really quite sheer. You can see the sports bra through it. Because this one is my true size and it is a little bit more snug, I think it's a lot more flattering on the arms especially. You'll see there's not as much of that wrinkling that we had with the other size and it just shows off the muscles a lot more. I will show you the back of it. Really cute. Let's try on Ice. Out of all of them, I would say that Amethyst is probably the tightest made. The neck hole and everything of Amethyst just fits a lot tighter. This one feels more true to size, but as you can tell, it is also quite sheer, especially with this colour bra underneath. I think it's kind of cute though. Like I do think it's cute seeing the little pop of colour underneath. I don't mind that. This is the length when pulled down. I think it's a lovely length, but like I said, I do wish it was just that tiny, tiny wee bit longer just to hit those upper glutes. Doesn't really roll up when worn when working out. I would say it always kind of sits like waistband level. And again, so flattering. It just honestly adds like 10 pounds of muscle. Like, look at that. Obsessed. A true test of whether an athlete likes something is if they continue to wear it after the drop. And I can tell you right now, I am going to be wearing one of these colours at least once a week. Mark my words. Just for good measure, I just wanted to show you the medium Ice top with a nude bra. So I have the dynamic mocha bra, and as you can see, it really eliminates any of that sheerness. You genuinely can't see it, you can just see the outline. Okay, Meadow. Here's Meadow, and you'll see we're starting to get into a bit more opaque territory. This is still a size small, but it is less sheer than the previous two colours. These tops are making me love the DEFY colours that launched that weren't my favourite. Like this one and Steel were not up there for me, but now that they come in long length tops, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what they've put in these, but I now changed my mind. I eat my words. Still got the same purple bra underneath. You can see a tiny wee bit of it, but it's really not that bad. Again, fit of it, super flattering. The back, and I don't think there's any size discrepancy between these. The only one that fits slightly different is the Amethyst fit. Just a tiny bit snug on me, but that could be like that individual garment. I think these run consistently the same size and true to size. Okay, my favourite colour from the last drop, raspberry. Okay, quick speed run. I just want you guys to see the remaining colours. This is still probably my favourite. This and the black and this top are, they're just perfection. Again, more opaque. I could still probably size up to medium if I wanted it to be even more opaque, but I just love the fit of the arms and stuff. So I think a small in these is my perfect fit. Here is the back. Last two, Steel and black. Here's Steel. I would say almost 100% opaque. Even in a size small, I'm not really seeing a lot of this purple bra. You can see the outlines of it, of course, but I don't really think you can see the colour of it. I was so shocked by this colour because it was my least favourite in the DEFY sets that launched, but it's probably one of my favourites in the compressions. Still, raspberry and midnight black are number 1 and 2, but I think this is my third favourite compression. There's just something about a grey compression top. I actually think it can make you look bigger than a black one because you can see the shapes and the outlines of the muscles a bit better. Steel's made a comeback for me. Once again, I eat my words. There is the back. Finally, the black one. And last but definitely not least, we have the midnight black DEFY long sleeve, and she is everything I have ever dreamed of. Thumb holes, tight fit, snatching. Even though raspberry is my favourite colour DEFY, this is my favourite colour of this top because it's a black compression top. What more can I say? If you're going to get one piece from DEFY, the whole collection, full stop, period, underline, get this top, please. It's so good. It will go with literally everything. Looking in the mirror over there, I can't see any colour shining through. I think this is opaque. Even in my true size, I would not size up in the black. This colour and Steel, I would stay true to size, potentially size down if you want it even more snatched. But for me, a size small is, she's fantastic. This is again where it hits. This is the back. I'm going to show you it tucked in. But this is it tucked into joggers, which I really do enjoy the look of, especially this and the black Revive cargo joggers. Perfect outfit. I love an all black fit. Final top, best for last, midnight black. Now you've seen them all on, I'm going to give you my thoughts on these new tops. I am, as you can tell, really happy with them. I think they fit lovely. I think they were very much needed from DEFYNE. There are the Origin long sleeve tops, but to me, they are a little bit too warm to work out in. They're perfect for winter and they're perfect for casual wear. They're like that sort of brushed material and they are a bit thicker. So I personally didn't really work out in them. I only wore them for loungewear. These, however, are perfect for working out in because they're so lightweight. They're breathable. I've just been looking for a women's compression top that fits properly, that shows off your muscles, that's tight enough, that's snatching enough on the waist. And this genuinely ticks all of the boxes. I am super pleased with it. These are great because they are breathable and they are lightweight. They're not sweat proof. That phrase has always confused me because if you're sweating and your body obviously has moisture on it, any fabric apart from like a mesh is going to absorb that to some degree. So it's not sweat proof because I don't think anything is really sweat proof, but it is sweat wicking. I was outside and it's been really warm lately in the UK. I was a little bit sweaty, you know, I had a little sweat patch here and I noticed it genuinely dried within 3 minutes. So it is very sweat wicking. I will say that sweat is quite visible in them when you're working out. I am going to insert some pictures of my armpits and the different colours in the gym. We have no shame on this channel. You're going to know all the details because this is something I would want to know. I did have sweat patches in them. I don't really care about that, especially when I'm at the gym. You're working hard, you're working out, you're going to be sweating, especially if it's summer. But I am just making you aware that in pretty much all of the colours apart from black, you're going to see sweat patches. Steel wasn't too bad because it's a darker colour, but raspberry was quite noticeable. This colour was quite noticeable. Ice was sort of okay because it's a lighter one. But you are going to see sweat patches because they are a tight top, but they're going to dry pretty quickly as soon as you stop sweating. In terms of durability, I think they're pretty good. I've not noticed anything too major. I have noticed a tiniest bit of bobbling on the back of this. Let me see if I can show you. Just here. So there's like the tiniest wee patch of bobbling where my backpack was rubbing on this top, but that's the only one that I've found that in. So on this sleeve here, I have a wee snag from the other day when I was working out. I don't even know what happened. I don't think it was Velcro. I haven't found that this material is really snag prone with Velcro. I think I might have just brushed past a piece of equipment that had a little sharp bit. So do be careful with these. Like, you can still work out and train hard in them. I am never going to be one to baby my clothes. I am really rough on activewear. So if anyone's going to snag it, it's going to be me. But it's really not too bad. It's definitely not going to be noticeable in the darker colours because it is that sort of like tights material. That may happen, but it's not that big a deal, I would say. And you know that I would say if it was an issue because I don't play. I tell you guys straight. So yeah, that was our little roundup of the new DeFi tops. To summarise, true to size, lovely material, really cute colours, size up in Amethyst and Ice if you're worried about them being sheer, size down if you want super snatched fit. They're not sweat proof, but they're sweat wicking. And I think that's all I have to say about them. So quite a quick and concise wee review for you guys today, but hopefully that was helpful. I would definitely recommend picking up one of these tops. If I had to recommend picking up one of them, it would be the black one. That is going to go with absolutely everything. And honestly, you cannot beat a black compression top. I know it's a lighter weight material, but this in winter is going to go hard, and I have a strong suspicion this is going to be the first one to sell out. That is all for me. Thank you again, guys, for joining. Thank you for your patience with all these DeFYNE launches lately. They have been doing bits, but I'm very much here for it, and I hope you guys are too. And thank you for 250 subscribers. We hit that today as I'm filming this, and I'm so buzzed about it. Like, I can't believe 250 of you want to hear me yap. If you're not subscribed and you want to come along to the journey, please hit that subscribe button because I would love you to be part of this little community. And I would also love you to give me a follow on my other socials so that I can keep you updated with DeFYNE bits and bobs and just life and bodybuilding over there. So if that sounds like something you want to do, I would really appreciate it. And that is all for me today. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.